Bro, I don't know why I drink pumpkin spice lattes. That shit always gives me a stomach ache. JID, you want to talk about generational runs? How about rapper of the 2020s? How about the only rapper who can possibly contest Kendrick? JID is the answer to all of that, and more. Rarely do we have an artist with the commercial appeal, the lyricism, the flows, wordplay, features, you name it, etc., etc., etc. With generational artists, you usually have to wait a little bit of time before you could give them their flowers and truly consider them one of the GOATs. With the release of JID's latest album, he has officially crossed the threshold. He is one of the greatest of all time, and he will be better than Kendrick. That's a hot take. I know that's a hot take. Today, we're gonna talk about what separates him from the rest and go over some of the albums that made me fall in love. The Never Story. Never been shit, never had shit, never knew shit, damn it. Oh! Bro, the beat switches on this album, oh my god. The first time I heard this album, it really reminded me that I am a person. It woke me up, bro, because when the beat switch on Never happened, I came on the spot. Like, you know what else is cool? JID singing on Hereditary and All Bad. You see, between all the sick flows and sick delivery, sick wordplay, amazing production on songs like Ed, Ed and Eddie, Division, 8701, on songs like Hereditary and All Bad, this boy can sing too. He's not just a one-trick pony. This man has talent. The Never Story is a shotgun blast of all this raw talent. It's a first glimpse, a first taste of a truly fantastic artist. And the song Lauder exemplifies this message even more. This starts the early trend of the album closer for JID being one of those songs. One of those songs where you just lock in and he just talks about crazy shit. He tells a story, he thanks his family, his fans, he thanks J. Cole probably. The beauty of Lauder is that this is such an early point in JID's career, but he's basically sending the message to his audience, yeah, I'm here now, and I'ma take over, and I'ma be the best that has ever done it. Gotta respect that. Okay, so early on, we've established that JID has a great flow, excellent wordplay, and he can also sing. Where does he go next? Oh, so you're saying he does literally all of that, but better and more on his next album. DiCaprio 2 quickly establishes dominance over its listener by presenting one of the most insane flows I've ever heard. The song Slick Talk is just an incredible opener to the album that really hypes you up and pumps you up. I love when that shit be like, activate, 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 and then the beat drop. Whoa, kid. Side note, totally unrelated to the rest of the album. This album has really funny skits. When Zach Fox at the end of Working Out saying, yo, let me get your charger, bro. Let me get this shit up to 10%. This album has some of the most insane bangers to date. 151 Rum and Ofties are just instant classics. The feature from J. Cole on Ofties, one of the best features of all time, and kicked off the run that J. Cole had until Grippy dropped. And 151 Rum proved that JID could have commercial appeal as well. It really is one of those classic hits with just fire flows, an incredible hook, super catchy. That shit appeared in Euphoria. And when I saw it was in that show, it almost convinced me that that show was good. Of course, I came to my senses, but JID has my ass like that. So you remember how I was talking about how JID has amazing singing? Working Out just has one of the best beats of all time. It has just such an infectious hook. It has such slick flows. It's one of the most incredible songs I've ever heard in my life. It's probably one of the best songs JID has made. JID typically has a few singy-songy songs on his albums anyway, and this one just kind of blows most of them out of the water. If The Never Story was a sign of immense potential for JID, DiCaprio 2 was him taking his potential, capitalizing on it, and expanding it to a larger audience. On this album, you're getting a lot more mainstream features and cosigns. You're getting features from Joey Badass, J. Cole, A$AP Ferg. And for such a new artist to be holding his own and even having better verses than these established classic artists shows that JID has the potential to go on to do insane things. But still, walking out of DiCaprio 2, it feels like there's still that extra gear that he can go. It doesn't feel like it's him at his peak. When an artist has such fantastic potential, but they haven't realized it fully yet, what separates a great artist from just a good artist is when they're given the opportunity, they make sure to capitalize on it. JID took a break from making albums for a couple years. Between 2018 and 2022, we were all waiting. We were trying to figure out what was about to happen. He did drop a couple singles. He wasn't totally silent. Bruh remix with Denzel Curry has a special place in my heart because I love Denzel Curry. And Enemy, wait, it has, god damn! It became his biggest song, even though it's kind of mid. But on August 26th, 2022, we finally got our answer to if JID could surpass the likes of DiCaprio 2. Yeah, it's such a good album, I had to say the date. The Forever Story, bro. So take all the meat sucking I gave towards DiCaprio 2 and The Never Story, and then multiply it, and then Bukkake. The Forever Story is the best album of the 2020s. It's not even close. It ratios both Kendrick albums this decade, anything J. Cole has dropped since 2014, all of Drake's discography, go down the list. Tyler doesn't have an album better than this. Denzel, Joey, Vince, Travis, 21, Freddie, none of them have a project in the 2020s as good as this. And most of them couldn't even make an album as good as this. So what makes the Forever Story so special? Let's split it into two parts. Everything before System M, everything after System M. Before System M, it's vibes, it's bops. It's the bangers that blew up. You got bitches breaking their phone, taping it to the ceiling fan to shake ass to surround sound. This song had the summer by its balls. You gotta understand, everywhere you went, the cars with the windows rolled down, they were playing surround sound. This was just a summer bop. You think it's just a regular hit song, but then you dig into the lyrics, and is JID really just like cum-shotting on all of the other rappers? Like, you got Kendrick the year before saying, I'm smoking your top 5. JID said, I'm smoking the guy who's smoking my top 5. This song really just skyrocketed JID's name into audiences' mouth holes. Now everyone understood what the hype around this guy was. Beyond surround sound, in the first half, you got songs like Radar and Dance Now. They're so infectious. Bitch, if you're depressed, listen to this shit and try to be depressed. It's impossible. Crack Sandwich expands JID's skill set to include storytelling. In the last leg of the song, he basically breaks down how his family got into a brawl, went to jail altogether, and how he knows his parents would be proud of him for fighting with his family. But the song plays into a larger theme across the album, with the themes of family, pride, and systemic violence that shaped JID as he grew up. This album, it just really never loses steam, because System M got you feeling like, and I mean really feeling that pain. JID can make you feel pretty much every way that he wants you to feel while you're listening to his music. Yeah, he's got happy bangers, but then he also got songs like this, where it literally just drags you into the depths of hell and says, yeah, you're gonna cry. It serves as a transitionary song into the second half. The second half of this album is a lot more conceptual and goes more into depths on the themes that I talked about earlier. JID basically takes his 10 out of 10 lyricism from early on in the album and then dials that shit up to 10 million on Just in Time. My brother's gonna be mad at me. JID out-raps Wayne. Bro, I don't care. Don't come at me. On the song Money, JID raps about how he would eat bologna sandwiches all the time as a child and he eventually got sick of them. But now he contrasts it. He's rich and famous now, so when he eats a bologna sandwich, he gets nostalgia and he's reminded of how far he's come as an individual. Like, guys, who else is doing this? Who else is making songs in the mainstream that actually exemplify intense themes, intense stories? But like, really, other than Kendrick and JID, who else is making songs about real shit while blowing up? Certain songs are slower and just need time to pay off. Stars is a perfect example, and it feels like we're fucking around for most of the song. JID has a funny accent, and then Mos Def appears, and now it's the best song you've ever heard. Originally, the album ended with Lauder 2, a sequel to my favorite song off The Never Story. Initially, because it was the sequel to my favorite song, I didn't think it was that crazy. But as years went on and I dug deeper and deeper into the lyrics in this song, I realized now I must strike down myself for ever disrespecting this song. The features are angelic, and JID breaks out so many literary techniques, my English teacher would be wet right now. This would have been the perfect closer to the album if 2007 didn't exist. But since 2007 does exist, my bad, Lauder 2. You're gonna get forgotten about again. 2007 has to be on the Mount Rushmore of rap. I can't think of any songs that bring as much in terms of storytelling, charm, charisma, tragedy, and so much more. This song is a reflection on key time periods and key decisions that JID made that got him from high school all the way to our ears. It reflects on the struggles he went through between his grandma getting diagnosed with cancer, getting kicked out and expelled before graduation, his family rejecting him for him wanting to become a rapper. All that may sound simple, but the way that it's executed is just so well done and blends so perfectly with the skits intermittently throughout the song. The feature from his dad talking about how he raised his children based on education and based on the principle that whatever they do, they put their all into it. Now, initially his dad of course meant put that towards education, put that towards sports, but the fact that JID has applied it so well to his music career, always giving it his all, always putting 100% in, that's exactly why I love this man and love his music. It closes out the album perfectly with a spoken word from J. Cole, where J. Cole talks about first meeting JID and seeing that he's got that look in his eyes. He wants it. But not only that, he's willing to do the work it takes to get it. JID did something incredibly special on the Forever Story. Most artists simply just peak too early. When given the choice between actually maximizing on their potential and just becoming that artist that drops every couple years and people kind of slowly forget about them, it's very, very rare for an artist to keep growing in size and keep expanding their skill set and keep talking about real shit. He's mainstream and real as fuck. And if you look at the artists that were blowing up around the same time that JID did, you could see exactly what I'm talking about. Sure, they may drop an album here and there that are like, okay, but most of them never actually realized the potential and leveled up as much as JID did. The freshman class he was in was stacked, and none of them did that shit. God does like ugly. And finally, we arrive at JID's latest album. I would love to say it surpassed the Forever Story. It didn't. But it's so fucking good, it's probably top 5 of the decade so far, still. So what differentiates this album from the rest of JID's albums? Anger. This album opens up with You Ugly, and JID is just possessed on this song. With an absolutely insane beat, a feature from Westside Gunn, and the type of emotion that JID came in reminds me of Earl on I Don't Like Shit or some Kendrick songs off of Damn. He is just pissed, and he's going on. The performance on this song mixed with the diabolical beat sets the tone perfectly for what this album is about to entail. He talks about his relationship with God, his trauma, and how he's using music to guide him through the ugliest of thoughts. The song Glory has to be the hardest Christian rap song ever made. It describes the struggles of upholding his own personal religious values while living in the streets of Atlanta and growing up there. By the third verse, he's comparing himself to his brother who got out of prison and then went right back in. You'd be forgiven to not realize what JID is actually talking about on this song because it's so easy to get sucked into the beat, the super hype. He's decked me out. It's better than Gucci. It's better than, like, bro, this song is just a certified banger and ups the vibe wherever you play it. It's so impressive to just hide so much meaning in a song that you could just listen to while hitting PRs. Besides looking inward, JID takes time off this album to look at the larger community of Atlanta.
I'll put a bullet in Bob the fucking build.
Community highlights this skill that JID has, where he can make trending songs that go viral on TikTok, but actually be talking about crazy shit. And there's not many other rappers doing that right now. You're gonna get a song that blows up on TikTok. It's gonna be by Gunna or Drake. You're gonna look into the lyrics and that shit is literally not gonna say anything. And the ones that do blow up while they're saying shit usually just sound corny. He sounds mad down to earth and mad connected to his community. He understands what's actually going on. And the way that he presents things is so genuine and charismatic that it's just, you can't be mad at him. The clips feature on this song reminds me of Education from Bandana. 3 rappers at the highest level just talking about some crazy shit. VCRs builds on the album with an insane Vince Staples feature. Honestly, it's so good, it inspires me to want to make a Vince video. Regardless, their chemistry is so good, it rivals the Earth Gang features over the years. I love the beat on this song, and this shit got me going like. JID decided that he was rapping and doing normal shit too much on this album, so then he made Skate, because bro just decided that he needed to choose more musical side quests for himself. This song is an homage to 90s skating culture from Atlanta. It's fire. I don't even know I don't even know why, but nah, it sounds amazing. I just can't believe that JID is still pushing himself and finding new ways to challenge himself. It's just crazy. I don't even know. This video has just become so meat riding. Lastly, let's talk about Of Blue. For a rapper to truly hit for this white boy, they need to have a couple rap epics, we'll call them. Think a Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst, For Your Eyes Only, or even Prom King if you're based. JID did this on his last album with 2007. Then he did it again! Of Blue is one of the most insane songs. This song is so insane, I would honestly prefer you listen to it instead of listen to me try to explain it and probably get it wrong. But I'm trying to sell you on how great JID is. So I'm gonna give you a little explanation of what I think this song is about, and I'm probably wrong, but y'all just gotta lock in real quick. So one of the primary themes on this song that sticks out to me is the idea of false idols. It's the belief that you put someone on a pedestal and they can guide you out of whatever place you're in. The irony that JID highlights is that he himself is in a dark place. So how can he guide anyone? He's looking for God, but he keeps finding himself sinning. He understands that he could be a leader to guide people to greener pastures, but he finds himself running from that responsibility, which traps him in a hellish cycle. He asks, what if heaven was hell? Questioning his own success. Something he idolized himself until he realized how flawed he is even at the top. He eventually realizes that maybe the place he's been looking for this whole time is one surrounded by love. So yeah, pretty good album. To close out, I don't know how JID is so popular doing actual rap shit. If you look at other artists in this space, they're going away from the genre in this sense. Tyler is going a more producer type route. Kendrick, as sad as it makes me say, is selling out. But JID is special because he's doing something that no one else is really trying to do. He's just trying to continuously improve his craft and really work towards making great music. Even if the overall picture of God Does Like Ugly isn't better than the Forever Story, there's still huge improvements. Things like his lyricism, his flows, his delivery, even his singing. This is why I think he's incredibly special. He's insanely versatile, well-rounded, and continuously improving. It won't be long before he can stake his claim as the GOAT. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. It's been one on my mind for well over 3 years at this point, and I'm glad to have finally made it. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe to see more content from me. If you want a chance to see your comment featured at the end of the next video, leave a comment down below telling me what you think. I love you guys. Peace.